In Tobago, in the South Caribbean, behind Fort James, in a place called Adventure, we meet a special wizard.
Fortunately or unfortunately, my parents decided to send me to England. Right, so I was away for a while, and then my parents started this in 1971. And they would write, my mother would write these magical letters every week. And I think she bought this to try and get me to come back home. Hearing these letters, particularly in the winter months and those melancholy winter days, I was more and more determined to come back home.
So where are your family from, Ian?
Okay, my parents originally are from Trinidad, but they came to Tobago as investors. And they and their friends started the Crown Point Hotel on the bay, which was very successful. And then they started the Coquerique Hotel as an extension of the Crown Point. So that spanned a period of about 15 years. As a young boy, I used to come across to Tobago every holiday, right? So I spent most of my time basically in Tobago. Tobago in those days was a magical place. It was totally unspoiled. I remember going in the reef more or less every day. We weren't aware of environmental protection or things like that in those days. But everybody was doing everything in an organic way, and so it really didn't matter. And she had now had this about three or 4 years. And it was a farm. They had all sorts of things. They had sheep, they had goats, they had cows, everything. It was more a fruit farm. However, they didn't realize at the time quite often farm animals and crops don't go together. It was a gradual progression. Because they had planted so many fruit trees, it encouraged a lot of birds. Right? And it's always been organic. So there was nothing here to deter the birds or be a hindrance to the bird progressing. The actual fact, in those days we had a lot more birds. Now we may have about 57. In those days they might have had 60 or 70 different species.
Peter, what do you think of the nature reserve?
No, it's a fantastic spot. I mean, it's the perfect sort of paradise. The birds have everything here that they need. The fruit trees, the flowering trees, because a lot of these birds are nectarious. The hummingbirds, the banana quits, although they will take some fruit as well. So nectar is very important, and that's where the flowers come in. And on the farm, number of species of flowering plants is what the birds need, and also the fruits as well. Fruiting trees, grapefruits, you have oranges, well you have anything to do with citrus, papaya. Down there we have things like soursop, because the birds are frugivorous as well as nectarious species. One of the things about this whole program, you look around and you feel the birds are happy. You can feel it for them. Everything is right. We have at least 5 of the resident hummingbird species. We have 6 on Tobago. Well, of course, banana quits. They are everywhere, but you see them really well here, close up. And the birds that are not interested in having the nectar or the solution that is put in the feeder, those are the tanagers, the woodpeckers, the motmots, the jacamas. All these birds would come because, again, it is the right sort of habitat.
But I think the general impression of most people who come here, it exceeds their expectations. They didn't expect to see so many birds, or they didn't expect to see hummingbirds so close up.
It is the best trip in terms of wildlife. You're never disappointed. Satisfaction is guaranteed, especially for visitors who have never ever seen a hummingbird in their life. And to get these close encounters, as Mr. McKay said, but the color, the stunning colors, the iridescence. When the light catches the birds, you hear like, ooh, ah, wow, impressions that this creates. The feeders are filled with a solution of 4 parts water to 1 part sugar, which is very important. Cleaning and so on, and boiling of the water and stuff like that. So that commitment and that love, and of course, most importantly, you never have an empty feeder. because hummingbirds, what is in the feeder is like the biological equivalent to high octane fuel. Their wings beat so fast, the heartbeat is so they need that. You never ever want to have an empty feeder.
Okay, we have a special arrangement where the bats come out in the evening.
Yeah.
If you check our board at the entrance, we have 7 bats that have been recorded on the farm. In this area, you'll probably get 2 bats, right? But that is quite an attraction. But we don't allow anybody to come and see the bats unless they come to feeder.
Yeah.
So you cannot just come to see the bats. It has to be an arranged tour with Peter Cox.
Very interesting.